I'm sorry. Who's that back there? What the heck are you talking about?
So I'm under the impression that some of you black men don't like the fact that another black man telling y'all who to vote for. Well, if it wasn't obvious who to vote for, we need to tell you guys who to vote for. Because obviously you're stupid. Obviously you don't get the picture. Obviously you too weak of a man to let a woman run this country.
Leave that dope alone.
You haven't.
He need to leave that dope alone.
You too weak of a man that you have been your asshole over and let a white man get full immunity, plus let a white man get police full immunity.
Man, sit your dumb ass down and shut.
That Roland Martin interview just proved everything that we've been saying, that I said in my past videos about black men when it comes to their lack of just comprehension and understanding their place in society. Because they're too busy having oppression Olympics with black women competing with us, looking at we're the enemy, they fail to realize that you benefit from patriarchy. You do not have more of a struggle being a black man. Statistics and everything else shows that you benefit more as a black man than a black woman. But it doesn't matter how simply people break it down to them. Like, he had to talk to them like they were 5 for them to understand that they absolutely benefit more than black women. They're just not using the fucking resources and tools given to them. The fact that Magic Johnson and Obama and other educated black men had to get on a platform and single y'all out on national television, on these public platforms, because y'all are out here making us look crazy. The fact that they have to explain to you why a man that wants to give immunity to cops that are killing y'all and y'all voting for him is crazy. That they have to explain to y'all why you shouldn't want that.
Did you listen to the last round, meathead? Pay attention. You're saying the same shit that he said.
Man, listen up. If you're one of the ones who is offended by what Obama said and you're upset by it, then he was talking to you. Because if it didn't apply, then let it fly, as they say. Some of y'all are such an uproar right now over him calling y'all out and holding y'all accountable for, let's be honest, your self-hatred and misogyny against the black woman, and you don't even want to vote for her. Then now y'all all whining. Y'all claim to be these alpha males and stuff on here, but now y'all all whining and upset because Obama called you out. For the life of me, I don't understand why y'all want to vote for someone who has said time and time again, if he becomes president, he wants to give the police immunity. Do you guys know what this man wanted to do to the Central Park 5 even after they were found innocent? But no, y'all still ignore all that. So let's just get down to the real.
What year is this?
Respectfully, President Obama, what you said is not acceptable. Not to me, not to a host of black men out there who's not even thinking about voting for Donald Trump.
Exactly.
What you said is unacceptable. Whatever happened to disagreeing without being disagreeable, President Obama?
What happened?
What happened to that? All of a sudden, we want to challenge men and our love and our affection as black men for black women. We want to bring that into question because we've got an election coming up and people may have the temerity to think differently than you.
It's a little extreme.
It's because she's a woman? Didn't Hillary Clinton win the popular vote in 2016? Didn't she get over 2.8 million more votes than Donald Trump in the popular vote for the 2016 election? Last time I checked, she's a woman. Are we there sitting here and implying that black men would be more apropos to support a white woman than a black woman? Is that what we're saying? Barack Obama, how could you say something like that? How could you ignore the facts that are lying in front of all of us? You don't want Trump to be president. We think that Trump could be an unmitigated disaster. In my opinion, there's a lot of things he bloviated about and didn't deliver on. We don't want to get in too much about him overblowing his contribution to HBCUs, the wall that he was going to build, and the Mexican was going to pay for it. He ended up building 2% of the wall, and the Mexicans didn't pay a dime. We could get into a whole bunch of stuff about him. That's a given. I understand that. President Obama, why didn't you tell the folks with the cameras rolling and the black men in attendance that there's been diminishing black voters, particularly black men, since you were in office?
Boom.
Yeah.
And the game keep calling me. Can't escape the voices cause they all in me, all with me. Go.
That's that nigga, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing.
Welcome back to the channel. G-Mac back with some thoughts, with some opinions, with some reactions. Like, subscribe, comment, hit all on the notification bell to get all of the content. And with that said, let's take this walk. And look, honestly, I've never seen no shit like this in my life. Well, honestly, I've never been at a point in my life where I've looked at black people, my people, as unintelligent. And I still don't. It's just clear that since the group of black men that are being shamed right now, that many place more importance on symbolism and feelings and emotion than policy and logic. Black men voicing their concerns over once again being ignored in yet another election. Black people are carrying the Democrats to a win without returning. and that gets shifted into, well, why don't you voice concerns about Trump? This is as if anybody needs to be briefed more on what Donald Trump is about. Okay, so we play that deflection game with you, and we say we're sitting out because we're treated as race traders when there's any semblance of voting Republican, which is absurd said out loud and in private thought when considering, one, the amount of progress made in said community for voting Democrat, and two, considering the fact that both Obama and Kamala both have histories of iffy explanations on their backgrounds before settling on Black American. Of course, so they can capitalize on that 80 to like 100% voting block every time. To that point, in true leadership fashion, the Black men that are being bashed are stepping up and saying, why are we still voting in this monolithic, wholesale, tribal, racial identity voting to not get shit back in favor? And why don't we, one, vote on the more advantageous policies for all Americans if we're gonna participate in the voting process? Or two, which many Black men are opting to do, hold your vote hostage, sit out. Make sure that you and your tribe get something tangible. And I don't mean empty promises like $25,000 with no explanation to pay for it except for taxes on the people. Not the rich, the middle class. Because the rich already pay more in taxes than any of us ever make in a lifetime. Not that, or a new last minute lip service plan to accommodate the concerns of Black men. That also doesn't really come to fruition without causing more debt. And you gotta be smart enough to know that they don't do that unless there's an agenda of war. By the way, the orange man hasn't had a war during his presidency, which is pretty much unheard of during presidencies. That or recently, health agendas. But I'll break down her letter to Black men in a later video. And look, Stephen A. already alluded to the policies that have sent America on this path of destruction under Biden-Harris. Inflation, quadruple migration, lies, flip-flops. We even hit you with some of Trump's past and his past rhetoric that we've been fear-mongered with since the first time he ran for president. But you gotta take a look at the CNN chart to Stephen A.'s point. Black people are supporting the Democratic Party as a whole less and less each election. So my question to Black women, only Black women, because all the men perpetuating that misogyny bullshit, it's just like talking to Black women. But where's all this coming from? All this blame everything on Black men shit. Is it because some Black men date outside the race? But Kamala can marry a white man? Of course, nothing wrong with that. But by the way, he has a long-standing history of allegations from women. And we gotta vote for the maybe 1/8 Black woman, regardless of how inept she is? Fuck out of here. According to this chart, not only did we overwhelmingly vote for Hillary, so that hate woman bullshit goes out the window, your ass might want to check your friend Keisha. See who she voting for. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And with that said, hopefully you've been entertained and informed while passing this precious time that we have. And hopefully I've earned your sub. This has been Doing It for GP. Till next time.
Never did me, I spit the truth. Call you aware, fear-driven niggas get the boot. All of you squares couldn't fit up in my circle. All of us rare and will hurt you severe. Slow your roll, nigga, patience is a virtue.